Hey guys, Jorge Jalapeño, and we're going to talk about the most important thing is getting fence estimates. It's going to be very important. Stay tuned, check it out. So I'd like to start off, number one, with why people get estimates. Of course, they want a fence, right? If we're talking about fencing. People get estimates for all kinds of stuff, right? So the old school belief is to get a bunch of estimates, go with the middle price, and that's going to solve your problems, right? But do we really think that's going to solve your problems by just getting a bunch of estimates? Of course not. What happens is you end up, especially if you're price focused, you end up with a fence that is subpar and that's only going to last you maybe 4 to 5 years in a lot of cases. Not every case, of course. You get lucky sometimes. But if you don't want to just, roll the dice and get lucky, in my opinion, is do your research on who the company is. And I've had customers say, well, I don't look at Google reviews because they don't matter. Anybody can do Google reviews, and there's people that give bad reviews and blah, 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 and this and that. But Google has really gotten strict on reviews, and over too strict, actually. We've lost over 40 really real Google reviews. And right now we're going through the process and getting customers to reinstate them because for some reason Google took them off, and they're legit customers we built fences with, and we have videos and proof of everything, and yet Google doesn't put them back on. Pretty sure other people have other problems with Google, but Google reviews matter. So always look at their Google reviews, look at their social media, look at the proof of who they are, right? And if those things don't matter for you, that's okay. You probably shouldn't even be watching this video. Turn it off and keep doing your thing. But this video is for people who really care where their money goes. So one of the things I get too is, oh, well, I'm moving in 2 years, so I'm not too concerned about the price. I'm not too concerned or about the fence. I don't want no fancy fence, or I don't want to pay too much for a fence because I might be moving in 2 years. Well, my question to you is, why would you want to hire us? Why would you want to hire a specialty company that specializes in fences, a fencing specialty company that builds quality fences? Even if it's economical, we're going to build you something quality. Why would you even call us, right? Just get some kind of handyman or DIY it, or just pick a random company to come build you the fence, or get a bunch of 20 estimates and go with the lowest one, and you see what happens with the consequences, right? Don't kill the messenger. I'm just giving you a lot of research data that we've done through our customers that have hired us, and we built fences for them. They've hired people. They've gone that old school route and got 20 estimates and went with the lowest one. Now we're rebuilding their fence 4 years later. That is a fact. Another thing is we've had customers where they did their research somewhat, and the contractor used the right material, like a number 2 Japanese cedar. And actually, there's a video that I'm going to post about one of our customers who had a fence built with the right material, but the wrong contractor. He had the wrong process, and he wasn't the right person. So he got the materials right, but the other 2 were wrong. What I'm talking about is our concept of our company. Is we have the right people, the right material, and the right process. Those things are important for a company to flourish, a fencing company. Now, of course, I'm not going to say we're the best company in DFW. That's not true, because we're one of the best. There are other great companies out there, don't get me wrong. I've seen some beautiful fences built. Amazing work. And kudos to those companies that are doing great. Because honestly, and we've done our research, there's 500,000 fences out there right now that need to be done in DFW alone. There's not enough companies to build fences right now. There's just not enough. There's too many fences to be built, not enough great companies. There's only a few great companies in the DFW, and we're one of them, I feel, because if you look at our map where we've built fences and you look at our Google reviews, we have nothing but 5-star reviews in the last 5 years or so. And we've made a lot of progress. We've changed a lot of things. We changed our name from On Point Contractors to Jalapeño Fence Co because I started going by Jorge Jalapeño, and we created this little logo here, and he's been famous and people love it. We are going to try to come out with our own salsa. So this video is not to lambaste anybody or run you over the coals or tell you you're stupid or anything like that. We don't believe in that. We believe in educating people, right? Because we educated ourselves a long time ago. I wanted to be the cheapest guy, and I wanted to beat everybody on price. So what did I do? Hire random people to build random things, to build fencing. This is a long time ago. And that's what a lot of people do. They hire random labor to get things done. And then what happens? You end up with a inferior fence that falls down or just has a lot of problems. So throughout the years, I've learned what materials work, what materials don't, what people work, what people don't work, what processes work, what processes don't work. Okay. I know we're veering off into something else, but it still has to do with estimates. Because what I'm trying to do is tell you the type of company we are and the type of company you should hire. If they're similar to us, you should hire them. I'm not saying, again, I'm not here to boast and say hire us because we are the best. Anybody that tells you that is a liar, right? Because you cannot be the best in DFW because there's all kinds of great companies out here that build things, right? And again, kudos to those companies that do great work, great craftsmanship, and that's what we believe in. Furthermore, it is important for you to do your research and find out who is doing your fence. Look at the videos. They got to have videos. Video is king. I'm doing a video now. It's so easy. This is our little office here. I set up this thing. We got our cool sign here. We got our cool airborne sign. Kudos to all my veterans out there. Woot, woot, hoo-ah. I was in the 82nd Airborne Division. Jumped out of planes. Loved it. Got a lot of injuries out of it, and I'm working on that, right? But anyway, so back to the estimates. And the company we are, and the company you should be looking for, do your research. Don't just get estimates and think that's going to be your solution. So your homework is, what I want you to do, even if you're getting painting estimate, roofing estimate, whatever, do me a favor. Put your price hat off, take your price hat off, and put your thinking cap on, right? We want to put our thinking cap. If I had my sombrero, I put my sombrero on, but I left it at the house. So what I want you to do is think about, remove price from the equation. Now, what do you have? So we're not talking about price. So what do you have left? What do you think? I want you to take a minute. Think about what's left when you take price out. Price is not the issue. Okay. Who's doing the job? What materials do they have? What process are they have? What materials are you using? Can you give me just a breakdown of the type of material? Like, what type of picket are you using? Is it a true 6-inch wide? Is it a true 5/8 inch? Is it Home Depot Japanese cedar, or is it Home Depot Western red cedar, which I don't recommend? They call it Alta cedar or something. I don't like it. It's real spongy and fractures quickly, cracks really quick. Or is it Japanese cedar, Western red cedar #2? What grade is it? There's a whole video on that, on grades of wood. You should understand that. What kind of 2x4s are they using? Are they using pressure treated 2x4s? Are they using #2 Western red cedar, rough 2x4s? Are they using smooth 2x4s, Western red cedar? Are they using a kickboard? Kickboard is usually excluded from a lot of fence builders. I don't know why. Are they using, what gauge of posts are they using? How deep are their holes? How wide are the holes? What kind of concrete are they using? What's the post spacing on the fence? What kind of gates? How do they build their gates? Do they use 2 posts for the gates, or do they use 4 posts like us? We use 4 posts in total, 2 and 2. You can see some of our gates online. What's their warranties on the wood? What's their warranty on the craftsmanship, on the workmanship? Can they build gates? What's their gate? We're talking about gates now. What kind of motor are they using? LiftMaster? Are they using LiftMaster? What kind of steel are they? Is it 16 gauge? Is it 11 gauge? How deep are the 4x4 posts for the fence, for the gate? These are all questions that you should be asking and educate yourself on, and that's what we provide. If you come to some of our videos, you can learn about fencing. You can learn about what to do. And these things we've learned throughout the years. It's not an overnight thing to become a successful fencing company. We're a small company, but we are successful. Why are we successful? Because we stick to our word. If we ever mess up, nobody's ever perfect. When we mess up, we fix it. Nobody's perfect. I'll tell you that right now. But we don't have to fix a lot of things because we do things repetitive We learn and we build on those things. So we find out this thing doesn't work. We're not going to use that anymore. We're going to replace it. But we've gone throughout the years where all that process is already done. And now we are a well-oiled machine churning out fences, quality gates with quality material and quality people and a quality process. And we're past that point of experimenting from a long time ago, right? So now we're at the point where we're building beautiful fences, whether they're fancy, middle, or even economical. We're building them to last. 20 years, 30 years fencing, that's what we believe in, and that's what we build. So again, when we're talking about estimates, you want to know what company, and this seems like common sense, right? So if it's common sense, why do so many fences fail? Why walk down your alley? Go walk down your alley, walk down the street, look at the fences. 80% of those fences are falling apart. Yeah, some of them are like 30 years old, which is, something 30 years old, maybe falling apart. It doesn't have to. I've seen 30-year-old fences that look like 10-year-old fences. They're still standing. Western red cedar cannot beat Western red cedar. Western red cedar is one of the best materials you can use for a fence when it comes to wood. We do build metal. Even the metal fences. There's cheap metal fences out there that fade. They're painted on. They're not baked on. So when we're talking about metal fences, decorative fences, we recommend galvanized steel that's baked on, powder coated, baked on, not just sprayed painted. Okay, they powder coat it, and it's baked, and that thing is baked on, and it's like an enamel. So all those little things matter, right? So to close this video, I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions or comments about this video, I don't care what it is, comment on there. Haters, comment on there. We love the haters because they're always out there, and we always respond in kind and being professional. But if you have a comment, let me know. If you have any questions, you can call us anytime. My name is Jorge Jalapeño. Me and my son Austin run the company, and we'd love to hear from you if you need a fence, a gate. And also, we haven't given up our sod. We still do sod and sprinklers. We do commercial and residential, and sometimes we got these big sod fence, sprinkler projects we do. We install sprinklers. That's a whole nother video. But today's video is about estimates, right? And just to summarize and to close, do your research when you're getting estimates. Don't just go with the cheapest price. Know who's installing it. Know what materials they're using. And also ask about the process. You have a project manager. We got a project manager. We get your permit, put you on our insurance automatically. We call 811 dig to mark your utility lines. All those things are important. If we hit rock, there is a charge for that, because when a lot of contractors hit rock, they don't tell you about it. They're only going to dig a foot deep because that rock is right there, and they don't want to jackhammer. We jackhammer. All our holes are 2 feet or 3 feet deep or 4 feet deep. Sometimes a little deeper depending on the situation. But most fence posts are going to be 2 feet or 3 feet deep, no matter what. You can go out there and measure them. It's going to be that deep. So do your due diligence. And please, please just stop hiring people you don't know, that you haven't done any research on, that you don't care about reviews, and you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. It is your money. Whether you're moving in 2 years or you're going to rent it out, it doesn't matter. Would you go and buy a car that has a transmission problem, but it's only $600? But we're going to sell you this car that has a transmission problem, but it's only $600. You wouldn't do that. Or would you buy a house that has a foundation problem? I was looking into a house. I hired, they're called Super Inspector or something like that. And I love that company. They're so professional. They came out, checked out the house, found a lot of foundation issues, and they were selling it at a bargain. Did I buy it? No, because I didn't want to waste my money. So put it in your mind. It is your money, your time, no matter how much you spend on it. You're spending your money, and your money is going to be wasted because you're going to have to replace that fence within 3 to 4 years or even less. Look on our YouTube page. I have proof of fences that are only 2 years old that are falling apart already. How old is that fence, do you think?
It's not even 2 years old. Because
2 years old?
Probably 2 years old.
That's what I'm talking about, people. They built fences like this, and they're already falling apart. This is all pine, horizontal. This is that low bid you get. Yep. They probably paid less than half of what most people charge. And believe it or not, some people charge double what we charge for a fence, for a cheap fence. So just remember that. And I hope this video has been helpful. It's a little long, and I'll see you on the next one.